So DeMarcus Boogie Cousins has signed a contract with the Houston Rockets. Now, terms are not disclosed of how much this contract is. It's going to be a 1-year contract with the Houston Rockets. And when I heard about this basically telling me that the Rockets organization is standing pat. They're going to keep what they have. They're by any stretch of the imagination, at least for this basketball calendar season, trading. You can just wave the trade dreams and the trade rumors goodbye of James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Now, let's talk about how DeMarcus is going to fit with Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Okay, now they're going to be sort of a big three. All right, you know, depending on what type of DeMarcus Cousins we're going to get this basketball calendar season. Now, he should be fully rehabbed from his injury 2 years ago when he was with the Golden State Warriors. He should be fully cleared. And I believe he signed a contract with the Los Angeles Lakers, but just never made it to the floor. But if you talk about his talent fitting with Russell Westbrook and James Harden, that's going to be very interesting. Okay, you got two ISO players, two ball-dominant ISO players in Russell Westbrook and James Harden. And now you're going to add Boogie Cousins to the mix. He loves to play the 4, doesn't mind playing the 5. And if I was Houston, I would just play him at the 5. He's going to get a lot of playing time, a lot of production at the 5. He can be closer to the basket. He also can float around. Now, this guy is extremely talented. Okay, he can hit a mid-range, long-range jumper with no problem. Now, his 3-point was questionable, but he does take that shot. That's sort of his money shot, his favorite shot. But you can stretch the floor offensively, particularly if you get a 75% Boogie Cousins. I feel like if you get a 75% Boogie Cousins, your chances of winning has just increased, okay? Now, when you compare him with Russell Westbrook and James Harden, Russell Westbrook will feed Boogie the ball, all right? If Russell Westbrook plays the point, he's definitely going to feed Boogie the ball, all right? He may not be the first option on his choice, but he will be an option, all right? So I think this is going to be very good. Now, what does this mean? I'm sorry for the noise in the background. Anyway, so I'm at home and somebody is trying to, all right, okay, let's get into this video. What does this mean for, when you look at it on the floor? And like I said earlier, it stretches the offense. He's not too shabby on defense, okay? He's not a rim protector, but he's pretty good defensive wise. So he's not a defensive liability. So and it really depends on how he recovers from the injury that he had with his time with the Golden State Warriors. All right. And I think this is going to be very good. They're going to win a lot of basketball games in the regular season, like they always do. But how does this impact them in the postseason? That remains a mystery. Now, Houston has a way to go remapping this roster. Okay, they tried to play small ball last year, and I said last year it looks great on paper. It looks great in the regular season, but however, when it goes into the postseason, it becomes a half-court game. The games are slowed down. Possessions are at a all-time most. It just did not fit, just did not work out. If you don't believe me, just look at the series with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Houston Rockets. The Los Angeles Lakers had a field day with the Houston Rockets because, they just did not have anybody to defend AD or just even get in front of AD because they was trying to play that small ball lineup, okay, trying to make James Harden happy. So this tells me that they're going to stand pat no one's not going to be traded. Russell Westbrook, I feel like the reason why they're going to stick with Russell Westbrook, because there's really no takers for Russell Westbrook. There's not a huge market or a huge demand for Russell Westbrook. Maybe when they play the games, when they play the season, in the middle of the season, they have their trade deadline. Maybe there'll be some interest for Russell Westbrook. And depending on what they look as far as positioning themselves midway in the regular season, as far as advancing into the postseason, that really determine all that's if all that's determined and factored in that they captured a high seed in the playoffs, then they're going to keep Russell Westbrook. However, if they're barely scratching and holding on to the 7th or 8th seed, then that just tells me that the Houston Rockets, if they get any type of interest from Russell Westbrook, they're going to take it. I just think there's really no market for Russell Westbrook, even when it comes to the trade deadline. You probably can trade Russell Westbrook after the season. I still don't think there's a huge market then. Now with James Harden, he wants to go to the Brooklyn Nets, and the Rockets organization said that they're prepared for the environment to be uncomfortable, because James Harden does not want to be there. Now, he says that he does not want to be. Now, a lot of people are putting words in his mouth talking about he doesn't want to be there because of the owner. The Rockets owner is a Trump supporter, but he was always a Trump supporter. Even when he signed, even when he, when they got the owner, he never said any issues about it then. So why is it relevant now? Okay, I really think Russell Westbrook wants to leave the Houston Rockets organization because, let's just face facts, their window has shut completely down as far as advancing in the postseason. And I think James Harden has aspirations of a ring. He wants to win a ring. He tried to do it his way, and it did not work his way. And I'm not going to make this video any longer about I made a video a couple of weeks ago about James Harden bio with the Houston Rockets when he was paired up with Dwight Howard, Chris Paul. He had talent on that roster, and they had to trade away that talent to fill James Harden's needs and desires, okay, to make it the James Harden show. James Harden did not want it to change the way how they played basketball as long as he was the man in Houston. And now, he's having second thoughts about it, and now he wants to go to Brooklyn and play alongside KD and Kyrie Irving. All right, so this move tells me that the Rockets are prepared for the worst for James Harden. James Harden's not going anywhere. I think it also prepares them and understands that, look, they can't trade Russell Westbrook for a stick of gum. Nope, there's really no interest for Russell Westbrook. Now, they can trade him for a bad contract, for another bad contract. There was talks of them getting John Wall, but in my opinion, John Wall has been injured for the past couple of seasons, and I just think they're better off keeping Russell Westbrook. I think if they do click onto that trade, the Washington Wizards got off of John Wall's contract. They are happy to do that, and they wouldn't mind taking a Russell Westbrook. At least he'll keep the arena seats filled. All right, and he's more healthier than John Wall. All right, but that's not going to happen as well. All right, so yeah, that's all I got for today's video, guys. Tell me what you think. I will talk to you guys on the next video. Deuces.